Hello students, let's continue pathogenesis of streptococci. In the previous lecture we will discuss pathogenesis of streptococci, group A streptococci, three mechanism which causes disease. Also we will discuss enzymes of group A streptococci which cause disease. First two enzymes we will discuss in detail, hyaluronic acid and streptokinase. Third enzyme is DNase. DNase is also called streptodornase. Streptodornase. It degrades DNA in exudates or necrotic tissue. What is the work of DNase? It degrades DNA in exudates or necrotic tissue. Antibody to DNase B develops during pyoderma. This can be used for diagnostic purpose. Antibody to DNase B develops during pyoderma and it has important role in diagnostic purpose. Streptokinase, streptodornase mixture applied as a skin test. Previous enzyme which we will discuss is streptokinase, also called fibrinolysin. Streptokinase and streptodornase, both of the mixture applied as a skin test give a positive reaction in most adults, indicating normal cell mediated immunity. Both enzymes can combine and their mixture is applied as a skin test. If they give a positive result, it indicates cell mediated immunity of the person is normal. Hope so you understand. Fourth enzyme is IgG degrading enzyme. IgG degrading enzyme, basically it is a protease that specifically cleaves IgG heavy chain. It degrades protein IgG heavy chains break by IgG degrading enzyme. This prevents opsonization and complement activation. Therefore, it has important role in enhancing the virulence of the organism. Which organism? Streptococcus pyogenes. Virulence is increased by IgG degrading enzyme because it degrades heavy chain IgG and it prevents opsonization and complement activation. That's why it increases the virulence of streptococcus pyogenes. So it has important role in pathogenesis. So in pathogenesis of streptococci we will discuss group A streptococci, mechanism of disease causing and enzymes that help in pathogenesis. In addition, group A streptococci produce 5 important toxins and hemolysins. In addition to these enzymes, streptococcus pyogenes also produce 5 important toxins and hemolysins. Now we will discuss these 5 important toxins and hemolysins. 5 important toxins and hemolysins that are produced by group A streptococci are: first of all, toxin is erythrogenic toxin. Second one is streptolysin O. Remember, these toxins are produced by group A streptococci and we will discuss pathogenesis of whole streptococci. Initially we will discuss group A streptococci, then we will discuss group B streptococci. These are the toxins produced by group A streptococci. First of all is erythrogenic toxin, second one is streptolysin O, third one is streptolysin S, fourth one is pyrogenic exotoxin A, pyrogenic exotoxin A, and last one is exotoxin B. So these are the toxins and hemolysins produced by group A streptococci. Erythrogenic toxin cause the rash of scarlet fever. Erythrogenic toxin cause rash of scarlet fever. Its mechanism of action is similar to that of the toxic shock syndrome toxin of Staphylococcus aureus. Its mechanism of action is same like toxic shock syndrome toxin of Staphylococcus aureus. It is produced only by certain strains of Streptococcus pyogenes lysogenized by a bacteriophage carrying the gene for the toxin. Remember that erythrogenic toxin is produced only by certain strains of Streptococcus pyogenes that are lysogenized by a bacteriophage carrying the gene of the toxin. The injection of a skin test dose of erythrogenic toxin, Dick test, this is a skin test, give a positive result in person lacking antitoxin. The persons who lack antitoxin shows positive result of erythrogenic toxin. Second one is streptolysin O. Streptolysin O is a hemolysin. Erythrogenic toxin, exotoxin A and exotoxin B, these are the toxins. While streptolysin O and streptolysin S are the hemolysins produced by group A streptococci. Streptolysin O is a hemolysin that is inactivated by oxidation. Let's compare streptolysin O and streptolysin S. Streptolysin O is a hemolysin that is inactivated by oxidation. Means it is oxygen labile because it is inactivated by oxidation. While streptolysin S is a hemolysin that is not inactivated by oxygen. So it is oxygen stable. Streptolysin O causes beta hemolysis only when colonies grow under the surface of blood agar plate. When colonies grow under the surface of blood agar plate, then streptolysin O causes beta hemolysis. It is antigenic and antibody to it develops after group A streptococcal infection. Which antibodies develop? ASO, anti-streptolysin antibodies. The titer of ASO antibody can be important in the diagnosis of rheumatic fever. In rheumatic fever, which antibodies titer is important? ASO antibodies titer is important. Streptolysin O is antigenic. It produces beta hemolysis when colonies grow under the surface of blood agar. While streptolysin S is not antigenic. No antibodies develop, but it is responsible for beta hemolysis when colonies grow on the surface of blood agar. So this difference is important for MCQs. So remember that. Further pathogenesis we will discuss in next part.